All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the Hashem, Rachach Kodash, for the Spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the men of the Lord, preaching and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Barakatam. All right, you can see it here. It says American Airlines not denying possible UFO spotting. Says talk to the FBI. Now, there was a time where UFOs or spotting them, you would be called a quack or a kook or basically a conspiracy theorist. But now you're seeing every time there's not even when they fully identify them, they just see something that might look like a chariot, they run it up the chain. And the reason for that is because Esau knows what time we're in. We're in the time of the Most High getting ready to visit this place, man. And as it's written in Ezra, it says there is a time where the Most High began to visit, when the highest began to visit the earth that he made. All right, and there are signs in the heavens that we would see these things, but one of those major signs are the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which what most people will call UFOs. So you can see it says an airline passenger jet traveling from Cincinnati to Phoenix encountered an apparent UFO over northeastern New Mexico Sunday afternoon. All right, and New Mexico is that's been known to be a hot spot. There's a place called Roswell out there in New Mexico, and if you go to that city, there's all kind of paraphernalia about aliens, but they have it like little green men, because that's so-called where a UFO crashed and they had an experiment, and there's TV shows and whatnot based on it. So Esau has been programming you for them to be some kind of alien threat. Every alien movie, it's always an invasion. Very rarely do they come in peace, because Esau knows, man. He knows what's written in the scriptures, and we've been witnessing these same craft since time began. One of the major first indicators of one, or events of one of us seeing one, was when we were in Egypt, coming out of Egypt. All right, that cloud by day and that pillar of fire by night, that was a chariot leading us through the wilderness. All right, and there was a reason why those other nations were afraid of us when we were coming into the land, the promised land, which at the time was the land of Canaan. All right, because there wasn't no regular cloud. All right, so we've been seeing these things for a long time. It says the pilot on flight 2292 radioed around 1 p.m. CST and said that the unidentified object was flying right on top of them. All right, and so you're supposed to be able to pick these things up on radar, And these chariots, what they realize is that they can't fuck with them, They can't match them in speed. They can't detect them. All right. They can change shape, they can change size. All right, it says according to transmission recorded by Steve Douglas on his blog, Deep Black Horizon, American Airlines verified at Fox News that the transmission is from Flight 2292. It says, do you have any targets up there? It says, we just had something go right over the top of us, the pilot said in the radio transmission. It says, I hate to say this, but it looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing, moving really fast. It went right over the top of us. All right, and so what does that remind you of? All right, when you read Zechariah 5, I'll go to it. Actually, I think I had Daniel 7 pulled up. Actually, I'll read Daniel 7 real quick, then I'll get Zechariah 5, just to push home the point that what time we're in. When we start seeing more and more of these chariots. It says Daniel 7 and 13, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai, with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. All right, so the Most High, or Yahweh Shai, he travels in clouds, man. That's his mechanism, his vehicle, if you will. All right, to go back and forth before the Most High. All right, and that's how he's going to arrive when he gets here on on earth, and he fully shows himself, you know. Let's get Zechariah. It says, Zechariah 5:1 says, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Now, what's the shape of a roll? All right. Now, you got some categorized as a whirlwind, right, which is more of like the saucer shape that's spinning. And then you got something that look like a roll, or a scroll, if you will. All right. And those would be like cylindrical shaped objects. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. All right, so this is why Esau is worried. All right, and this is why it says, talk to the FBI up here. All right, because ultimately Donald Trump set up a space force because he knows what time it is, you know. And I'm gonna get another script real quick to prove what time it is. These aren't aliens. These aren't anything else. These aren't. They're not unidentified. We know what they are through the spirit. All right. All right. This is Matthew 24:30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. So this isn't a happy feast day of mirth. All right, this is the day of judgment. All right, it says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. All right, so if you know Matthew 24, you know this is Yahushua giving us disciples in this chapter, but ultimately us, the signs of what we would see before the day of the Lord will be here, man. The day of vengeance, the day of wrath, the day of darkness. All right, so this is something for us to rejoice about, but this is something for Esau to be absolutely terrified about. All right, and Lord willing, I pray this is the year of chariot sightings, you know, all over the planet Earth, especially here in America, because this place is prideful, man. You got these people out here just full of pride, doing what the hell they want. You know, women are out of order. Esau's off the chain. You know, just doing wickedness, man. You know. So we're in those times, brothers. I saw that article. I want to do a quick little lesson on that. I'm in transit, and we'll see. Hopefully, Lord willing, man, we're out of here very, very soon. You know. I get excited when I see these things, you know. There's more madness here. So you brothers can read this article. I found it on Fox News. So hopefully with that, y'all brothers were edified. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachakodash Shalom Wa Abba Babal.